Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, let's take a look at Nvidia stock to begin with, and we'll take a look at other semiconductors, that is AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom, and Micron. So, as I talked about yesterday on my channel, on Nvidia especially, the video that I did yesterday is there is a weakness coming. So if you have seen that video, you are already aware and you were prepared about the today's price action. So yes, we do have weakness coming on Nvidia. What do we make out of it from here, right? So a couple of things. We are below 20 and 50 days moving average, and not just that, we are getting very close to the next level of 114 and 31 cents. As if we lose this, there's definitely, well, next leg down is coming, but what things we were looking for today, and then we'll take a look at how the price action is still looking like. So we were watching a potential rejection around the 20 hours moving average and also this lower moving trend line. As long as we were below it, the structure was still weaker, and we are still continuing to form lower highs, right, and lower lows right now in the price action. And also on the intraday side, we pretty much, for the most part, there was a bearish structure also, and I'm going to turn on my tool. And you can see we are below the cloud. We did try to retest, the supply zones, but eventually sold off. And you can see the flow, the structure overall still remained negative for the day as well, for the day trading, right? So things are still weaker on Nvidia, and most importantly, and this is what you have to do, as in you have to have multiple intervals on your screen, and on the hourly interval you can see that we were below the cloud today, right? We broke the cloud yesterday, and the price action never turned bullish. Price action stayed bearish. So this helps you also to know that intraday, because it's red all over the place, right? Intraday, what to do, which is most likely, because things are remaining negative here, bearish here, you're most likely better trading the downside game, right? So that's that. But anyways, what from here, right? We are approaching this next level. As I said, if we lose 114 and 35 cents, we are watching the 200 hours moving average down here. That's a possibility. It can come down all the way there. And so far, Nvidia is still lower time frame. It's in the downtrend. As I just showed you, we're below the trend line right now. I'm not seeing a price action for the upside strength on the intraday. For that, we'll have to, guys, we'll have to first get out and above of this trend line. Otherwise, no. All right, and then yeah, and accordingly stop loss needs to be on the other side for whichever position is being taken. But then yeah, right now the weakness is there. This thing can continue lower, and this is the next level. If we lose 114 and 37 cents, then you are watching that 200 hours moving average on the hourly interval. So yes, seems like Nvidia is running into this weakness, at least for now, and then we'll see how things comes out of it. So anyways, so that's Nvidia. Let's take a look at AMD. So AMD is also weaker, and which shouldn't be surprising to us. We are still holding the structure though. But that 20 and 50 days moving average is what you are watching on the active side though, right? So if we start to lose 20 and 50 days moving average, there is a lot more downside that's possible. Overall structure is still right now in the bullish structure though. All right, so and now let's go to the hourly interval. Yeah, I think yeah, that was ARM and Micron. Yeah, that I was thinking that it's on the other side. But anyways, so AMD on the lower time frame though, we are forming lower highs. This was the level to watch today. I talked about 151 and 4 cents. If we reject here, it's just going to be a downside play, and you can see the retest at that very significant level is rejecting. If you need access to my tools that marks these levels automatically for you, gives you the structure and everything, links to my tools are in the description of this video. So yes, we are still selling off at 151 and 5 cent zones. Oh, sorry, 4 cent zone. It doesn't matter penny to penny. And so right now intraday there is weakness on this thing as well. And we do have already a trend line pivot if you want to follow this as well. It's not going to be penny to penny perfect, but you can follow this as a reference. So that's that. So yes, right now there's weakness. Overall structure hasn't really turned bearish, but intraday weakness is there. And overall structure you have to use for a reference. And if you are actively doing the intraday's trading as well, you have to use lower time frames and these levels as for reference. And the overall structure is like in the extensions taking profits and identifying did the overall structure change or not, because that allows you to plan long-term positions as well, right? So but yeah, so far we are intraday, yes, weakness is there, and we are going through the cool offs right now. And depending on which time frame you like to trade based off your position size is what means to trade across different intervals as well, right? SMCI. So let's go to the daily interval. Guys, it's very simple still. The next, well, this was one of the moves, 419 above to the next area zone. We got that. Now the next big move is above 20 days moving average and this zone of 472 area. If we can get above it, that's fine. Then only the next move will come. Otherwise, no. ARM. So ARM is still fine, and we are still holding a bullish structure on this. You can see from last couple of days, even through those sell-offs, we are still in the bullish structure though. And we are today trying to go up. So let's go to the hourly interval and identify those areas, right? So on ARM, yeah, so we finally got above again that significant level 138, and it's a little bit slowing down over there again, but it all comes down to as if it can hold and 138, it's fine. If we lose it at this point, I think there is a more chance again for this thing to stabilize itself up here. I do think eventually this thing may be getting bought back up, but just work with the structure. I showed you the structure on the daily time frame and on the hourly time frame. Just plug and use my tools for that. But I do think there is still likelihood it can continue higher, right? But we have gotten a lot of moves already, guys. The time that structure changed was right over here. Take partial profits in the extensions, right? So that's that. And yeah, let's go to now Broadcom. So Broadcom is still doing fine. As long as we are above 20 and 50 days moving average, we are technically fine. Or in the overall structure, this is just a pullback. On the intraday level, there is definitely some weakness here. We did hold this level of 161 and 49, and this is still the level you are watching. If we lose it, you can expect those cool offs to come until 20 and 50 days moving average, or to the levels down here like 200 hours moving average, or these significant levels. Right now it's looking weaker. This is the level you are watching, 161 and 49 cents. If we lose it, we do have a problem. We are also having a trend line. For the upside, definitely we would need to get out and above of this trend line for more upside, but you should be taking partial profits here. As I talked about back then, time for the positions was like $140, and yeah, this is the time to take partial profits, and next cool off may come, but that would be a limited cool off, 161 and 49 cents below. So because we have 20 and 50 days moving average sitting down here, and then we also have 200 hours moving average here, right? So Micron. So Micron, oh, this thing is just not so guys, the thing with Micron, as I have been saying, that you can try this thing if you like, but the stop loss has to be here. This is not in full. This can still give you some active upside, but stop loss has to be below this $84 range. All right. The thing is that the extra strength is not coming as we are below 20 days moving average, right? Yes, we can turn in the active mode, a little bit upside. Let's turn on the structure here, right? We are still technically a little bit green, right? From this candle onwards, but this is in just a start here, right? And this is an active mode. If we do the passive mode, again, what these modes means, that's, if you have my tools, you already know that. We are still green on that, that's fine, but I definitely, for extra points, if you're looking for extra points, I definitely want to see it above 20 days moving average as well. And otherwise, yeah, no, the stop loss has to be below $84 to, begin with in this case. But yeah, we are just struggling. This thing is, is holding this zone really well all the time, but you can see it's not getting above this even 200 hours moving average right now. So yeah, right now it's just that, extra strength is just not there, right? So yeah, that's where the problem is. And yeah, accordingly, just trade carefully. This dashboard is yelling bearish, so I would I would just not want to do it, just because it's most of the elements are not favoring the upside, right? There's just not that, happening here. All right, so let's go to the SPY and QQQ. SPY a little bit cool off again. Structure is not bearish though. Structure on this is still technically bullish. So this is a cool off at the all-time highs. Let's take a look at hourly interval. And yeah, that cool off is still coming in. So here's the thing, right? This was the level with 50 hours moving average. If we lose it 563, we lost that. The weakness is coming. Yeah, at this point, you also have this trend line with you now. Yeah, you have a pivot trend line. As long as we are not getting above this trend line, this thing can continue lower. And most similarly, we'll have the same thing on QQQ as well. Let's see the structure on this though right now. Structure is still bullish though, but as we are going through the pullback, you're watching 20 and 50 days moving average, and also on the hourly interval, we do have a certain level of that same weakness, just like we have on SPY. So near term, you are watching this trend line, right? And that losing 20 and 50 hours moving average with losing 473 and 83 cents is giving us that weakness as well. So yeah, so yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I would put it as. There's intraday weakness for sure, right? So anyways, let's just take a wow. That was quite a dip. Let's take a look at Nvidia just before wrapping up and let it load. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so it looks, oh well, we lost that level, guys, significant level of 114 and 35 cents. So yeah, watching 200 hours moving average now. Let's go to the 5 minutes. So yep, we are staying below the cloud, right? And trend line and everything. It's just, yeah, a lot of negativeness here on this thing. There will be update coming on this tool of mine that gives you the structure and day trading, color coded way of knowing which direction to trade. There will be some more updates coming to it. I'll talk about it, to the members and later other things. But anyways, so you can see, yeah, we are literally falling on this one today. So anyways, we already knew it. If you saw my video yesterday, you were already aware about this weakness coming in today. Anyways, so that's it for this video, guys. If you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.